season 4 of Thursday.
Okay.
David,
Yeah.
we're on the internet.
Hello, welcome to Family RPG. I'm David Leonard, your host, as this game calls it, for Space Kings. A very different type of RPG adventure using a deck of cards.
With cows on them.
Oh.
With $100 bills on them.
Oh, I have Firefly.
Moo!
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I passed up on Firefly.
Shame.
So, if you'll each look at your character sheets, the first section under character, player, and concept. So, concept, you can either randomly generate by pulling 2 cards, and I'll give you an option of one set of words or the other, or I can just pass around the sheet, and you can see it's basically a 2-word description of what your character might be like. So for example, a meddling chosen one, or a bitter wildling, or
10 and Jack.
10 Jack. All right.
Oh, specifically 10
10
diamonds.
10 diamonds, Jack clubs.
Jack clubs. So you can be an abrasive aristocrat or a smug daredevil.
Smug Daredevil.
Smug daredevil.
I got a 10 and a 7.
Does order matter then?
10 of what? Both are spade.
Both are spades.
Mm-hmm.
10 and a what? A spade?
7.
10 and 7 spade.
Mine are neutered.
I was like, what?
You can be a wisecracking peacemaker or an ostentatious pilot.
Wisecracking Peacemaker? I don't feel like those kind of go together.
I think I'm going to be... Which one do you think you all want me to be?
The one you want to
Or you can pull 2 other cards and see what happens.
2 other cards.
Okay.
A king of spades and a 4 of hearts.
So a hot-blooded hermit or a crooked smuggler.
I'm not going to... I want to try again.
You can't do it all night long.
Okay.
These
Just-
are the last 2, I think. That.
We're gonna
Ace
reshuffle
of
after
hearts.
this.
They're both hearts, 7 into 8.
7 and 8 of hearts.
Unfortunately, these are mostly using words that she's not familiar with either.
Right. Like bon vivant.
What?
How about we'll just go with you can be a gullible mascot.
No.
No?
Oh, that'd be so cute.
No.
Yep.
No.
I think it's
I
good.
don't like it. What's the other option?
A daring scientist.
Say yes.
Yes to daring scientist.
Okay.
Daring
thank God.
scientist. All right.
Moving right along.
3 of spades, 4 of diamonds.
Renee would have picked that too.
Sure, yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah. She loves science.
Science?
A dour escapee or a rude swindler.
Rude swindler.
8 hearts, 7 hearts.
Aren't you a heartbreaker?
A haggard star child or a wise bon vivant.
I don't know bon vivant. What?
Basically, extravagance. We had to look it up ourselves too when we saw it. It's like,
To be fair. Yeah.
yeah,
So, what extravagant thing?
Haggard, what?
haggard star child or a wise bon vivant.
Wise and flamboyant.
That would be that.
Or I can just choose 2 other random collection of words, and you can an abrasive geek.
I'll be the abrasive geek.
Works. All right.
Well, the commentary, was it? Alright. Jack of spades, 5 hearts. Oh, that's Spock in it. Nice. I had the Star Trek original series deck cards.
Do we put the cards underneath the deck or to the side?
You reshuffle them, or just put them in a discard pile, whichever one. You can be an intense rat or a ruthless soldier.
We don't really have anybody that's in melee yet, do we? Like, no combatants, really. I should probably go ruthless soldier. Okay.
Soldier, yes.
I lost Ruth!
I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
What
Appreciate it.
was yours again?
It's
Science.
the
what kind of scientist?
I don't know.
She forgot what kind of scientist she was. So did I.
8th book of the Bible.
Daring.
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 Right,
Yeah.
daring.
It's the 8th book.
Right there on
8th book,
concept.
Yes.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, 8th book.
I mean, these are just like ideas of what you want your character to be like. They
Yeah.
don't actually influence
Much. Right.
much.
No game mechanic, yeah.
Game.
Anyways. Races or species.
Yes. They also do not specifically reflect anything in particular beyond the way you heal, for example. The options in the book are humans, slug people, Populonians, so humanoid puppies, robots, angels, satyrs, buganoids, so humanoid bugs, pocket wizards, mole people. But you could be whatever you want. If you want to be a Vulcan, if you wanted to
You
be...
skipped one.
I did skip living planets. That's just more difficult to explain of how a planet-sized creature could be like on a spaceship or something with the rest of you.
Wait, what?
Does it have to be a planet size? Because technically speaking, if you go to Guardians of the Galaxy, there were planets, people planets.
Yes.
His father was
A
basically
planet, yeah.
a planet.
Please,
but
please, reader, do not play as an entire planet if you absolutely must be a small one.
Like Pluto.
Smaller. More like.
And it is off of
Meteorite
examples of their
dust.
homeworlds themselves.
Yeah, be a pop wizard.
Because I was going to say his dad was a planet.
Yeah.
basically.
Yes.
Wizards that fit in your pocket. Oh, what?
I'm going to go Buganoid.
Robot.
Buganoid?
Did you
Alright.
say robot?
David, did you say robot?
There's a robot option, yes.
I'm gonna be a robot.
Alright.
Okay.
Under species, robot.
The homeworld of
Robot.
Buganoids is either Mongo 3, Radical Jupiter, or the Hive Burbs.
How do you say it? Puppinoid?
Pupinoid.
Humanoid pop.
Populonian.
So hard to speak.
They come from Populon.
What was the Jupiter?
Am I get the spelling on
Radical
both?
Jupiter. Puppulon.
He said PP.
Really?
And you said PU.
Yes. That's how you spell puppy, John.
Yeah.
I missed that. I got pup with 2 P's.
Populon?
Populon.
ULON?
Yes.
And how do I spell what it is?
What's
Same thing with IANS. Populonian. From Populon.
wait? So what?
They sure
Where's
Where's
the
the
satyr
hole?
from?
Robots can come from the Infinite Void
Okay.
or the Robosphere.
Robosphere.
I don't know. I kind of
Infinite Void is way cooler.
infinite void. I was also
Alright,
thinking of
write
my.
that
Alright.
under
He's choosing Satyr.
Satyr can come from Bacchus 12 or Planet Corp, the planet that is also a corporation.
Planet Corp.
Alright.
Alright, let's let him choose. I know it's human, but those are boring.
Human. Okay, angels
Angels or
or he's already chose Buganoid.
yeah.
And Pocket Wizard. I don't think anyone.
A ruthless soldier pocket wizard doesn't.
That would be
Mole
hilarious.
people.
Mole people.
Ruthless soldier.
No, I think I'll
Mole
go angel.
people.
I'll go angel.
Ruthless.
Righteous
people?
indignation.
They come from either
because
real actual heaven or the party realm.
Real
How about
actual
party
heaven.
heaven. He's from both. Mixed heritage.
Alright, so now that you
The
have
real
that
party heaven.
done, we're going to go to your attributes. Each of you have already 1 point in each attribute, and you have 7 more points to fill up.
On the back of the character sheet, it describes what they mean.
One.
Yes, there is a cheat sheet
You
on the
have
back.
7 points to spread through these.
It's spelled in circle.
Mm-hmm.
And
They're hardly helpful, but okay.
there's that. Attributes on the back to say what they each do.
Filling up intelligence will give you more points to put into skill. Filling up brawn will give you more hit points, health. Filling up charm will give you a higher crit value. So if you pull the Queen of Hearts, that's considered a critical success. And based on your charm +1, we crossed out the little Queen of Hearts. It was supposed to be something they changed that in the final version.
So we got 7 more to add to what's already.
Yes, you have one in each, and if you want to at least diversify your portfolio, to have at least one of you have top the full amount of points in each category.
So I'm going brawn, agility, and presence.
I'm going all agility.
Keep in mind, you don't have a whole lot of hit points. It's equal to your brawn times 3. So the maximum amount of hit points you have is 12 if you put 4 points in the brawn.
Yeah, sure. I'll just do that.
I think I'll do 2 intelligence.
And your initiative is based on your agility and presence. So if you want higher initiative, put more points into those.
Got 1 more point spent.
Could I see what I did? I don't know.
You have 7 total points to spend. You can't.
Are
You
you
could-
gonna max something out?
Oh, I'm gonna max out, bro.
Well, you're the wizard. Shouldn't it be intelligence?
I'm not a wizard.
Not a wizard. Scientist.
Your idea was a concept was of scientists. You don't have to follow it.
You don't have to.
Yeah. I'm gonna go like max out on
Brawn?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to be a strong scientist, apparently.
Oh, I don't want to be strong.
No. I'm strong. I'm the strong one.
You're strong.
Okay. I'm gonna be the maxed out intelligence.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Anybody max out charm?
But I can max out.
I don't know.
2.
I'm rude.
Hmm.
You don't have to go with it. There are some
And
people that are charming.
swindler.
Well, that swindler and
Well,
charming goes
convincing
together. don't you?
convincing someone to buy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you
okay.
can be rude while
Yeah.
charming at the
It's like,
same time. It's
Idiot,
very
don't you
common.
want this? It's a great deal.
Yeah.
You can be very rude
I'll
and
max out
charming
on
at the
charm.
same time.
Only a fool would pass
And
this
I
up.
max out
Are you a fool?
on
Well, buy it.
2.
Get this over
You
with.
can only max out one of them because, well, you could max out 2, but then you wouldn't have any points in anything else.
I would have 1.
Well,
How
point
well
left
is it
over,
gonna
yeah,
go?
yeah.
You can just
So-
be so charming that when you're rude, they accept it.
Yeah, maxed out is fine.
It
At least
kinda
have
glosses
enough
You
points
did
to move around
agility, you
everything
did
else,
intelligence.
so you're not
I did
completely.
brawn. What did you do,
helpless.
Max?
I did intelligence and brawn.
Okay.
After the intelligence, I'm doing 1 charm, 1 agility,
Did
1
anyone
wit,
take
and 1
wit?
presence.
All
I
right.
have 3 in wit total, not 4.
I have 3 intelligence,
I
1
read
charm,
back. Apparently,
1
agility plus wit means
1 wit, and 1 presence.
dodge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was
So
Yeah,
I have
that's
almost the
the
maximum
terrible.
dodge, which helps. And then I've got a lot of health points too. You know, Daredevil, right? You gotta be quick,
Hmm.
you gotta be strong, and you gotta be.
The only
Where
thing
Where did
I
you read
left,
that? I'm so lost.
I left.
Oh, flip it over, and then it's
Yeah.
underneath
Oh,
stats. Initiative, dodge, drive, and crit. So dodge is agility plus wit minus 2. Initiative
Okay,
is
I
presence.
spot
okay.
it. Thank you.
So as far as your health goes, right underneath it, you're going to take your brawn times 3, and then put that under total health. And it's going to take a little math. To do 2/3 of your total health means you're injured. And that's the number you'd put.
I put
That's easy.
0 under brawn.
Well, you have
Well, you
1
still
point
have
in
one
brawn.
brawn.
You still have 1
so
brawn.
it's times 3.
Yes, so
So
you
I
have
have
3
3.
points.
So it's 1.
Don't
Well,
get hit.
Actually, you can do the math easier. You say
Actually,
2 times your brawn
I'm
is your
gonna put 1
injured
under.
stat
Yes.
instead of 2/3 of your.
I actually
total.
changed from charm to
I do the same
brawn.
thing again.
I changed from charm to brawn.
So 2 times.
2 times
Yeah,
your
that
brawn.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I got 6.
I mean, these numbers are pretty simple, so it
So
shouldn't
change
be much of a
from
difference.
charm to
But
brawn.
Oh, you.
technically speaking,
She swapped out the charm, put it in
Oh,
this.
okay.
Yeah, that's
You
kind of
already
important, yeah.
have- So 6.
For the total, yeah. And then 4 for injured.
So I only have 2 hearts?
And then 2 for unconscious.
2 there.
so unconscious is 1/3.
Yeah. So now you got that filled out. Initiative is your agility plus your presence. So how many points do you have in your agility and presence?
It's Christmas. Everybody gets the presents.
Siri.
12?
No,
Oh.
just
No.
add agility and presence. So 1, 2.
The Rent-A-Car Society is following. Hello!
Hello! Join us in this new game.
Space Kings.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
All right.
Pluto crashes
So the way
into
initiative works is that if you are matching or nearby the same initiative as someone else, you just work as a pod, a team. And so you can, that's what they call them, individual pods. And like the enemies have their own pod, and each of you, depending on where you are relative to higher or lower than the enemy score, you just work together with one action
Each.
each. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in other words, our actions happen at the same time as opposed to
Yes.
in sequence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're always the same, except for when the enemies may have higher initiative than you do. But they don't change relative to anything else.
So my initiative is 6. Anybody else still got 6?
I have 6. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I got 5.
3.
Right.
Wait,
do I
David.
do it?
Yeah.
I got 5.
Good thing there's no dwarfs. Shame on the dwarfs if there is any.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Okay.
So your dodge is going to be, the little symbols are agility and wit, -2.
Okay.
I am not witty, so yeah, I got 2.
I have 5s.
1.
That was intentional.
So if I put
So when
2
you
under agility,
dodge is interesting because when you take damage, you
So
use
this one
dodge points to
is
reduce the
agility
amount of
and
damage.
Oh, that's right. You were talking about that.
Yes, yes.
I get to reduce a lot
But
of
you can only
damage.
do it. You can only do it, and it only
Minus
refills
2
when you're done with
is-
combat. If you're outside of combat, then it refills. Yeah.
So, I can reduce. So if I have 5 dodge, then
Yeah.
if somebody hits me for 2 damage, I could reduce it
Use
to
that.
0.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I have 3 dodge left.
Yes, and it doesn't recharge until the end of combat.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's like temporary hit points almost.
What's my
Yeah.
name?
Or just basically making it, reducing or shouldering the damage rather than fully implementing it.
Yeah.
No.
hmm So drive is your wit plus presence, and drive basically you use those points to pull extra cards. You can spend them 1 point per card to say, "Oh, I'm going to cross this off, and I need more cards in order to make this successful or not."
I'm driven to.
And you don't get those back until the next session,
Correct. So 1, 2.
So who knows if we'll ever return to this? So
if we ever return to it.
Yeah.
Crit's really fancy.
Crit is 1 plus your charm. So however many points you put in the charm plus 1, and that's what you get when you pull a Queen of
So I
Hearts.
only have 1 because I didn't put any under charm.
So they get 2 points. You
So
always
you
have
You
1.
start off with 1
Because it's
point.
plus 1.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
So
Is-
1.
yeah.
So
Crit
mom.
is what?
What was 1 and 2?
So if you draw
1 plus your charm.
So, if
So
you,
pulling a Queen of Hearts, specifically
What
the
was
Queen of
charm?
Hearts, will get you 2 successes instead of just 1. Or more if you have more points in charm.
Right,
okay.
presence.
So it's like rolling a natural
and
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for
Literally
and that 20 is more
matched
likely to
here.
happen
So
because that's
wit-
5% as opposed to.
But it's in
And
your card deck and
presence.
it's guaranteed to happen at some point.
That's true. That's true.
But-
You can roll 100 times and never get a 20.
That's true.
But you will
Statistically
always get
unlikely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But this way you've got less than 2%
Yes.
chance.
You
See
have
the
1
symbols
critical
right here.
and 2 glitches,
it's
2
wit
failures with the
plus-
jokers.
Oh.
And if you're good at counting cards, okay, I'm going through my entire deck. Okay, I've gone through 30 cards. Now I have the percentage chance of
Yeah. Now I know what I'm looking at. Yeah.
I'm probably the only one on the table who's
As
going
far
to
as
do
skills
that.
goes, everyone starts with 2 masteries, which means you fill all 4 dots in 2 of categories. So pick which 2 things you want to be the best at.
Where?
Down at the bottom, masteries.
All right, so I'm going to be
All the
masters
skills, all the
of
list of
firearms
skills.
and melee.
So you
Unless
got
you think I
you
should do
get
explosives. That'd
2
be
of them
interesting.
you max.
2 of them max out. Yep.
Okay.
And they also have special ultimate abilities that go along with them.
Legs.
So just pick which 2 you
I
want.
love
and
the blank.
The blank ones are just optional in case someone thinks of. But we're just going to stick with the ones they made for now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Baking!
What?
Oh my God.
Christmas card making.
Be the block-headed fighter that brings cupcakes to battle.
Should I put survival survival
don't do much
maxed
damage,
out.
but they certainly can.
I feel like I should put survival maxed out.
Use them as a distraction,
Yeah.
you know, like every time, like,
Throw it in their
I
eye.
need a distraction.
I don't know
A
why.
table with cupcakes is right around the corner from the cards. They come around the corner and
Is that cinnamon and sugar? Oh. Apple strudel.
Cinnamon sugar frying in butter. Yeah.
clove. Gotta have the clove.
So I only
Yeah.
get 2
I'm a
maxed
big
out, and that's
fan.
all I get.
That's that.
For
Well,
that,
if you have more intelligence, we're going to deal with that later.
Okay.
Yes, we're just going to
I
deal with
maxed out
the
intelligence.
yep.
And then we have 2
I
practices
put
as
in
well, where we do 2 dots.
Engineer.
We're going to deal with
Oh, that's
Firearm.
separate.
yeah,
Where's masteries?
separate. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
masteries means
Oh,
4
no.
points. Practices means
Whatever
2.
you want.
But we're going to figure out what everyone picked for their masteries.
Picking.
First. Okay.
Yes. Okay, John.
Firearms and melee. I'm the ruthless soldier. Makes sense.
All right, your firearms ultimate skill. You'll write that just below hand, just below there. It's called kneecapper.
Yeah.
Once per combat, if you deal 2 or more damage to a character with a firearms action, you may render that character's initiative 0 for the rest of the combat. If the target of this ultimate has already taken their turn, lowering their initiative does not enable them to take another turn in the same round.
Okay.
So you blow their kneecaps out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the other one?
Melee.
Melee. Bear stance. When taking a melee action in combat, you may spend any amount of dodge to flip an additional card for each dodge spent. So when you spend a dodge, yeah,
Right, spend dodge.
to flip an additional card.
Okay.
Comic-Con sometime.
That would almost be good for my character, but.
The other one is reduce the character's initiative.
Initiative to 0, yes.
Yeti isn't bad.
So what was your
I am athletics
athletics?
and sneaking.
All right, athletics is
Wanna try
workout.
Yeti?
At the beginning of each session, you may choose one of the following benefits. Cardio. Your initiative increases by 2 until the end of the session. Core. You flip an additional card for all brawn actions until the end of the session. Or hot yoga. Your max dodge increases by 2 until the end of the session.
Okay, over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was initiative plus 2 for the first one. What was the second one?
I'm
Yes.
not ready for this
flip-
game.
For all brawn actions, an additional card. So plus 1 brawn, pretty much.
Plus 1 brawn.
Or max dodge plus 2.
Or 2. And this is
That's your athletics.
okay, but this is
Called
for-
workout.
Well, the whole thing though,
The whole thing, yeah.
is
At the beginning of the session, you choose one of those 3.
okay. That's what I was going to ask. Is
Mhm.
when does this apply? Okay.
Yes. So, the other one was what?
Sneaking.
Sneaking. Alright.
I was
Skulk. SKULK, skulk. Once per session, after you flip for a sneaking action, you may resolve the action as if you had flipped 3 successes. Jokers are unaffected. So once per session, you can just say you got 3 successes.
And is that like for a single turn, or is that spread out throughout the game?
Just once per session.
once per se- Okay.
You pick when you decide to be the ultimate sneaking master. Okay, so Dave,
Computers.
right? Computers. LinkedIn. You gain 1 extra practice at character creation. So depending on your intelligence, you are able to add 2 points to another skill.
He maxed intelligence.
Okay, so you will get 8 practices. We'll worry about that later.
She.
No, I put telekinesis in.
So, once per
Oh,
session, you can choose one of these effects. A nearby character may use your skill and attribute values for their next action,
Is
or
this for pilot?
no, for computers.
Okay.
So a nearby character may use your skill and attribute values for their next action, or you can use a nearby character's skill and attributes for your next action. So you basically swap points once per session if you need to do something or they need to do something that one or the other of you is better at.
That's kind of nifty.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 7, not 8, right? So it'll be maximum there is 4 plus 2 would be 6.
Oh,
Plus
7.
another
You're
one,
right.
so
Seven.
yeah, so
7. Okay. So next, what's it called?
Piloting.
Piloting. Floor it. Increase your max dodge by 1. And when you spend drive to flip extra cards on a piloting action, flip 2 cards for each point of drive.
Ooh, nice.
Right, got it? Right. Next, just list off the first one because I'm going to forget what the second one is.
Lying.
Lying, of course you would.
Well, I'm a swindler. Of course I
It's called a Hail Mary. Once per session, you may tell a lie so fantastic that everyone believes it for a number of turns equal to your successes. Jokers may indicate that either no one believes the lie or that the lie is actually true, whichever one's worse.
Okay, so I can, once per session,
Tell a lie that
tell
everyone
a
believes.
fantastic lie.
So when you're turning the cards for a number of successes, so the aces and faces that give you successes, like you got 3, that gives you 3 turns. Everyone believes what you just said.
I'm so confused. What do you mean 3 turns? What?
So the successes you have, like if you're using
Do I
presence,
automatically
no,
pass?
no. When you're using presence and your lying skill, or charm and lie, depending on what what avenue you're taking in terms of lying, whatever you say once per session, that it is everyone believes it.
No matter how outrageous.
No matter how outrageous it is.
Is believed. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
is
that's
believed
what it
for
is.
the number of rounds based on how many successes from that turn you got.
Rounds equal to success.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, next.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Sounds like we got another talkie.
I attempted character I made was Vic Lightfoot, and he also went lying and persuasion.
Well,
It's called Grace Under Pressure. You get +1 to flips during combat as long as the intent of those flips is not to deal damage. So if you're trying to do something non-violent to resolve the combat, you get +1 to that flip. And yes, last.
I
but
chose
only in combat,
space-wise.
right?
Space-wise.
You said in combat.
Only during combat, yes. Space-wise is called otherworldly. Your critical increases by 1. So just make that a 3. Make that critical, the crit, instead of 2, make it a 3.
And telekinesis.
Alright, we'll deal with the last part, otherworldly. Once per session, you may use your space-wise skill in place of empathy, lying, or persuasion.
I don't understand.
What's a space-wise skill?
She picked full on space-wise, so she knows about space.
And telekinesis?
Knowledge about space, etiquette, and customs.
Telekinesis. Next page. Okay. Overshield. You may spend drive to increase an ally's, not your dodge, in response to an attack. 1 point of drive adds 1 point of dodge. So you basically spend your points to give someone else health reduction.
Ooh. That's kind of nice. I don't know how to write that.
Send drive to add dodge.
What?
Spend drive to add dodge to someone else.
You use up your drive, and you can increase your dodge.
No, someone else's dodge.
Oh, somebody else's dodge.
Yeah, not yours. Someone else's.
So, she's a buffer.
Mm-hmm.
And you're staying in the back anyway, so it makes sense, yeah. Trash is deal.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Thank you.
Spend drive. Take it.
All right. Now we're going to deal with skill, the practices. Practices are dependent on your intelligence +2. And you put 2 dots in however many you have to that.
Huh?
So your intelligence is 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have +2 is 6. So pick 6 of those skills and put 2 points in each of them.
And no, you can't use 2 of them to add 2 and 2 to the same one. You have to put 2 in separate ones.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
So I went 2 in
Not
empathy,
much.
explosives,
So
and
one-
telepathy.
So I had
And because of your skill, you get an extra 1 from
So
that
so-
ultimate.
Come on.
That was the practice.
I
Yes.
got
So I'm gonna have
You
skills.
two.
7.
You
7.
pick.
Yes.
With 2
You pick
points.
that
With 2
many and you
points.
put
That's really
2 in each.
Mm-hmm.
2 dots in the number you've got. So, I lost my.
Preferably if you don't have something with like firearms or melee or something to attack with, you might want to put some points into something to attack with.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the primary fighter for us, but like, so you use a backup would be nice.
I don't know why I'm.
Good.
What would help, like, combat other than firearms in this game?
Explosives, melee.
Well, I picked explode. Where's melee? Oh,
Top right, yeah.
found it. Okay, that's exactly what I was looking for. I'm like,
hmm
Okay, I got 6.
Also, telekinesis might be used to throw things at people. You know.
Or make them trip.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And tripping may not do damage, so there you go.
May not or may.
May not, they just
Depends.
makes them prone,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the very least, it slows them down.
What? Manager, what are these?
What are they?
They're
The chewables?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if they have the red 40 in them or not.
that little, she'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that was a concern, so that's why I mentioned it.
So there's like gum.
No, they're just chewy. They got a little gooey center.
She wanted to find out.
So there are some examples under each of the categories for skills on how to associate them with an attribute. For example, rolling wit and empathy to intuit the emotional state of a stone-faced hotel clerk, or presence plus empathy to give a motivational speech to a disenfranchised youth, or brawn plus empathy to hug your dad.
It takes bravery sometimes.
Or brawn plus firearms to fire all of your guns at once and or explode into space. Or presence plus firearms to pump your laser shotgun in a menacing fashion, like an intimidation check. Do not make me use this. So you can think of ideas here in terms of different combinations of things you could do. It's far more open-minded to, argue or just put together any combination of attribute and skill to see what happens. So the last thing we need is 2 useful items. So basically your characters won't actually level up. They will find over time, they start with 2 items that give them extra points and things. So I will list off some of them. And keep in mind that if you already have something maxed out, that item will not give you any more points for it. So find something that you don't have full points on.
Talk about useful items.
Yeah. For example, a heavy pipe. This length of tube inspires a primal urge to break stuff. It is melee +1 or +2 if versus robots. It is also fragile. If you use the heavy pipe in an action and flip a joker or crit, the item is destroyed. But it is a simple melee weapon.
Pipe.
A heavy pipe, yes.
Taking a heavy pipe.
Alright. There's also a med kit, which has 3 uses. It is a white box full of bits and bobs that can save your life. It gives you biology +1, and also 1 free point intended to recover health. 1 free success.
I'm taking that.
Okay, write it down. Write down med kit under your useful items.
1 free success.
Yeah, so when you basically in order to heal someone, you need intelligence plus biology. or intelligence plus engineering if you're trying to repair a robot.
I have engineering.
1 free heal, basically, right?
1 point, 1 success. So each success you get
Heal
in that
success.
flip, each success in that flip gets you another point of health. But
And
using
what
a
was the skill bonus?
It's biology plus 1. And you only have 3 uses of it, so when it goes away, your bonus goes away.
Plus,
There's also for
How many do we get?
2.
2.
Yes, you have to choose carefully. A lucky revolver, a crusty little artifact from a more yeehaw age. Firearms plus 1, and crit plus 2 when used on firearm actions. So if you pull a Queen of Hearts with a lucky revolver, you add 2 to that crit roll.
I'm waiting to hear out the rest. I don't have any in firearms, so I don't know.
That's fine. That's fine. There's also the Writhing Blade, a twisting sword with small thorns on the hilt. It erupts in red energy as it drinks its wielder's life force. Does melee plus 1. On a melee action in combat, spend any amount of health to flip an additional card per point of health. So you can sacrifice your own health to do more damage.
But I'm maxed on melee.
So that won't help you.
What might help explosives?
Explosives, huh? You have what? How many points? 3 explosives? Or what?
2 in
2.
explosives.
All right.
pretty cool.
Let's see.
Trying to pick something that helped my skills.
That's kind of an odd thing, right? Like,
Is there anything that helps empathy, maybe? Or
Revolver only added to firearms, right?
Yes, plus 1 to firearms.
and plus 2 to the crit if you get the Queen of Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is what's called a jack bomb. It only has 1 use. It is a fist-sized explosive device full of hot metallic violence. Gives explosives plus 1 and extra target 2. So it hits 2 extra targets. But it's only 1 use.
you're killing me.
No, you're killing them.
Well,
Maybe.
Yeah.
depends on how many sessions we get.
Let's see.
Might be worth doing.
You know what? I'm taking it. What is the name of this thing?
It's called a jack bomb. You have 1 of them.
Jack. Bomb.
So maybe put like when it says it adds to your explosives, just put like an X instead of circling through it to know it's
Oh.
temporary.
Okay.
Yeah. And you do that for the other one too. Anything you get from these,
But-
if it's a temporary item, you only have
That
it
way-
as long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you use it, it's gone.
And the heavy pipe, if I fail with a joker or what?
If you get a joker or a crit. So if you get a Queen of Hearts or any of the 2 jokers, that pipe breaks.
Okay, thank you.
Otherwise, you can just keep on using it. And it's plus 1 melee or plus 2 if it's against a robot.
Do you have anything that increases telekinesis?
Telekinesis. Let's see. I have a psionic plate. A flashy amalgam of wires, lights, and metal plates designed to be a megaphone for your will. Telekinesis plus 1. Telepathy interference 1. So if anyone tries to use telepathy against you, they reduce by 1 card. Anything that says interference in here basically reduces anyone trying to use that against you.
I think for investigation, I decided to change from empathy to investigation.
Investigation. So what do you want, the ultimate? Or
Anything to improve? Yeah, no, to improve
okay.
investigation.
All right, let's see.
That's a weird thing about this. Like, okay, I want to be firearms and melee. I want to be ultimate at that, but like, since I already started out at 4, that negates part of the getting the item part. You know, it's like.
Yes. Well, there's only 1 with investigation, and it has 3 effects.
Okay.
So I'd only let you have that 1.
That's, okay.
What? You don't want it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. It's called Eye of Truth. Secrets are no fun, and this eye should know. It's investigation plus 1, telepathy plus 1, and when you use the Eye of Truth to reduce an enemy's stealth trait, that action has lethal too. So they reduce 2 pulls of their stealth card if you use it against them.
Sorry, investigation plus 1.
And telepathy plus 1.
Is there anything for engineering?
Engineering, let's see. There is a. That one has 3 effects as well. Do you already have an item?
Medkit.
You'd have to get rid of the medkit to take it.
I don't want that.
No? Okay.
Or is there anything for athletics?
Athletics. Let's see.
I don't think there is, maybe. Except for like running shoes.
Really nice socks.
Fast Juice. It is 1 use. It's athletics +1 and lethal athletics 2. So you basically, it's a drug.
I don't want that. I'm not.
You don't want
that
drugs.
One
You don't-
smuggler.
All right.
That I could have chosen.
She's a robot.
That is
That's true.
That is
yeah.
true. That's not going to help you anyways. So.
Is there anything for survival?
So that's where you,
Like a shark
she
hat?
hooked up an extra powerful battery to her.
Yeah, there you go.
Fried the circuits a little bit.
Increase capacity. Let's do this firmware upgrade. There you
Not
go.
that I can see.
Come on, Captain Warpower.
No.
And
Do you have any weapons? You don't have any weapons, do you?
no.
What's your best? It looks like melee. There is your best attack skill, or do you have explosives and
I have 2 in explosives.
2 in explosives? Okay. Do you want the same? Let's see.
Thing that,
Do you want a spike grenade?
what is that?
It has explosives +1 and lethal 2.
I'll take the spike grenade.
Spike grenade is 1 use.
Just to confirm, the psionic plate was unlimited, wasn't it?
Yes, it's unlimited. Yeah. Anything it had a certain limited number of uses or had something that would break it, I would tell you.
Okay.
What's it got for
Well,
what you got
if I
for survival?
heard everything.
Survival?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I
Unfortunately.
even asked.
Okay,
The
what
med
about for
kit.
sneaking?
Sneaking. Well, there's a sneaky suit. This rubbery bodysuit prevents you from leaving any incriminating DNA at a crime scene, but doesn't breathe very well. So it's sneaking +1 and investigation interference 1. So anyone trying to investigate to find you reduces their card flip by 1. So sneaky suit.
Why not?
For the Eye of Truth, the lowest of third item again is investigation, telepathy, and
Which one?
the Eye of Truth.
Eye of Truth is investigation, telepathy, and lethal. So you reduce an enemy's stealth trait by 2. All right, everyone got 2 items
Yeah.
Or one powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or 1 powerful? Yeah.
Now, okay, so with me having maxed out firearms and melee, how do I, explain then of, okay, I pull out a gun. I don't actually have a gun listed off, though.
I suppose be considered a non-useful item because
Yeah.
there are like
not
average gun.
superpowered.
It doesn't add anything to your stats or anything. Yeah.
Okay.
So non-useful items are a length of rope, a picture of your character's dog, a diary, a freeze-dried sandwich, just things that don't really matter. You can even just declare at some point you have that kind of stuff. So
That'll work.
Sure.
so everyone,
What are hero points?
hero points are assigned at the end of the session.
Oh, okay.
Inspiration.
So they're like experience points.
Experience or less
And-
more like inspiration points,
Okay.
really. So like you give it to someone who's followed through with their character, or you can suggest to give it to another player.
What's the anti-Joker box?
The anti-Joker is that one player has the option to remove the effects of a Joker when it comes up.
For anybody else.
And
Anyway,
which player gets that?
We get to vote.
Not me. I fail giving freebies out.
Only when it's to me.
So let us begin the adventure.
Well, we mean decide who the anti-Joker is then, right?
All right, everyone pull a card. Whoever gets the highest number gets it.
3.
Highest value. Yeah.
10.
6.
7.
Jack.
Jack would be the highest.
I'm sabotage.
The one who didn't want it.
Any pull is put into your discard pile. When you pull all of the cards, you will reshuffle and go over again.
Alright.
Also, if you use the anti-joker, it gets reshuffled into the deck.
Okay.
It gets, like, you take it out for that instance.
So is this card the anti-joker?
No.
No, you, as the player, are the
As a
anti-joker.
player, when someone
check that
pulls
off on
a
there.
joker and you use it, they have to put it back in their deck and reshuffle the whole deck.
Oh, now I got you.
Yes. So, the starter adventure, the prison train.
Interesting.
Space, our last frontier, until we figure out for sure if dimensions or timelines or whatever are real. A long chain of black obelisks cuts through a twinkling infinity like a single squid ink spaghettio, splattering onto a Goth's jacket. It is a prison train, much like any other, employed by the evil space government to transport revolutionaries, rabble-rousers, vagrants, and very rarely, actually bad people. This time, its cargo is you.
Ew.
Who is this evil space government?
I will bring them to justice.
Each of you awakens more or less the same time in the cell you now share. Whatever poison, electric shock, or alcohol knocked you out has left you with a lovely throbbing in your temples. You're all wearing standard-issue yellow prisoner jumpsuits stamped with the words, property of the evil space government. You aren't sure if that refers to the jumpsuit or its contents, but it's likely both.
Who is this evil space government I supposed to lay hand?
I'm highly insulted by this.
So you currently have none of your useful items, and any non-useful items that have been previously carried have been confiscated by the guards. Anyone with a practice or mastery in sneaking may have one small non-useful item concealed on them. So like a basic gun or something,
Okay.
you know, yeah.
Basic gun. Man, just sneak that there. Okay.
Or a basic pipe, kind of, you know, a melee weapon or something small.
Yeah.
Well, they
So
didn't
you
sneak
all
it,
have a
so-
pair of silver cuffs around your appendages. If you move more than 8 feet away from any character with cuffs, the cuffs activate and you are magnetically drawn toward the nearest cuff wearer. So you're going to need a lot of successes on intelligence plus engineering to disable a single pair of cuffs.
I have maxed out intelligence.
What engineering?
2 in engineering.
Alright, not bad.
I've got
What do I do?
nothing in either.
So if you have full health, you can flip an extra card for anything you're doing.
Nah,
So does she flip a card?
Well, there's an option, but here,
Oh, we have more info?
there is more, yes. The prison cell is made of reinforced sheet metal separated from a narrow hallway by a glowing orange force field shaped like a net. The cell is bare, dirty, and smells like the worst bus station you've ever been to. The force field can be deactivated at a control panel outside the cell with a key, or with an agility plus computers action.
I'm
But
investigating.
yeah, you are inside the cell. You're not be able to reach through the force field. Yes.
Unless somebody has telekinesis as well, right? Probably, maybe.
I have telekinesis.
Wouldn't you have to see still? If it's on
Yeah,
the
it's
other
not
side.
within. It's not within your
Okay.
vision. Yeah.
Okay.
The cell contains a single, barely functioning toilet, which ejects its contents directly into the vacuum of space. Around the toilet are some exposed pipes, which, if you take a brawn plus athletics or melee, you can get yourself a heavy pipe as a weapon.
Or we can just flush you. Because you're a robot. You don't need to breathe. You can just go out into space.
That is true. That's what I was thinking.
No, you're not small
I
enough
don't
for
think.
that.
No, you're not a pocket wizard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
she'd have to
But
get
it's
we'd
who
have
would
to
like
get
to do
her
the
out
first flip
cuffs.
of the
there's that, yeah.
session? Brawn plus athletics or melee?
Brawn and melee?
I'll do it.
Brawn and athletics or melee.
But don't we gotta
Yeah.
get out of the cuffs?
You can still do it with the cuffs. You're just trying to you're just trying to
close to
remove
each other, yeah.
the heavy pipe from the toilet.
Okay, well, I'll... Wait, what were you trying to do? Were you trying to do?
Well, I think you actually have higher brawn and.
Yeah, I
and,
got. I was at a total of
melee.
8 cards, so.
I had 7.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead.
I'll try, yeah.
Wait, is there any guards?
Wait, so
There are guards,
you
yes.
draw 8 cards.
I can just
in
literally
conjunction?
make them freak out.
Right?
Yes,
That's
however many
pretty
points you
good.
have, that's how many cards you draw. And you're looking for aces and faces.
I got 2, an ace, jack, and joker.
Well, you got enough successes to remove the pipe, but you set off an alarm.
Why would they set an alarm on a pipe? This is highly unusual.
But you got a joker.
Toilet
know.
alarm.
Toilet alarm.
You see 5 guards approach the cell. Hey, put that back!
It was leaking.
It was not. It was working perfectly fine. Put it back.
I'm pretty sure it was broken. Can I persuade him?
Let's see.
Well, deceive.
You'd be lying.
Is that
Yeah,
you lying?
yeah.
Your lying skill. Okay, I guess charm plus lying. What aspect are you using? Are you trying to have like feminine wiles, or are you trying to insist that they are wrong? You're kind of a presence, kind of commanding presence.
Oh no, I'm an adorable little puppy.
Okay, it's charm.
So what do I?
Charm. You how many points you have in charm
said that
and
kind of
lying? That's how many cards you pull.
1,
Plus
2,
1 for your full health.
4,
I would
5,
say just put the pipe
6,
back and
7,
you can grab it
8.
later when they're
Plus
gone.
1 for your full
What is
health.
that?
9.
Yes.
So
Did you get jokers?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then what do I do?
You look for aces and faces. So king, queen, jack.
Well, there's 2 aces and 3 face cards.
What does that get me?
That's 5 successes. That is like, you know what? Keep the pipe. We'll get you a new one.
That means they 5 plus 3.
That's what I'm like over here.
So it's for 8 rounds.
It's Queen of Hearts, right? Is that one of them?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Plus, oh wow, yes. That's
I
why.
believe it.
And I have 5 for crit.
Are you using that ability? You didn't declare whether you're using that once per session ability to lie like that, but
No,
you're not
I'm,
using. No,
I thought you said
I
the
don't-
Queen
I-
of Hearts is a crit.
it is.
I have a 5 for crit.
Oh goodness gracious! That was a waste. On the right off the bat, it's like you're just insanely.
So you add 5, and the queen becomes 5.
The queen becomes 5.
So then she would have 9.
Yes.
Okay.
9 successes are convincing this toilet was broken. Sir, I do believe I couldn't even use it. Thank God, can we get somebody to fix this?
Right. Open the door to come in to fix it and we take them out.
I can use
I think it
telekinesis
works.
to trick them in.
The guards just leave you to it, but as they walk
That's a-
away, you hear one of them say, "Somebody's got to repair those loose panels of sheet in that cell."
Can I investigate to find them?
I'll
Uh,
investigate too.
you can do a brawn plus athletics or melee to remove the panels.
I don't get to put these back into my deck.
No, they are
do I?
discarded. They are discarded. You only get to put
You
them
want
back
to
if you
this
use
one?
them all.
I'll take a crack at it.
You have 1 point out to him.
I've
He's
got-
got 7.
I got 7 between
Okay.
brawn and athletics.
You use brawn for investigation?
Well, no, because he's
No, to remove the prying back.
We don't have to
You
investigate.
already have to investigate. You
Oh,
rolled
we
so
already-
well.
You're
You
aware of
already
it.
know. I'm just going to give you something for such an amazing pull.
Thank you. That was painful.
Alright.
So they shut off the alarm. They walk away. They don't even care about the loose pipe.
The alarm shut off
I have-
too.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Ace and the queen, not hearts.
Queen of diamonds.
Queen of diamonds.
That's all you got?
The 2
Yeah.
successes.
Okay.
2 successes.
You manage to pry it back, and you see the patchwork of electrical systems that control the security gate, the force field.
Scientist.
So you need brawn or intelligence plus engineering.
Okay, I have engineering.
Okay,
And
and
intelligence.
intelligence? Yes, 4.
Next.
So pull plus 1 for your health. So how many?
Pull
Oh, I
one
didn't
for
do
your
plus
health.
1 for my health.
Okay.
Pull 1 for your house.
Dang, you think about
Easy
that,
to
yeah.
forget, yeah.
Yeah.
Just set it down. And then intelligence, you get 4 more there.
No.
So do the number of successes
One
change
more.
the result then?
Yes, the more, the better the result. That insane.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Which
gonna
is
be
why
the
we now
best
know
pull.
about a...
Okay,
Oh.
and then
I got all-
engineering 2, right?
Yes.
So 2 more.
And 1 for your health.
Yeah, we started with the 1 for
Okay.
health.
If you don't get any aces or faces, then nothing happens.
No ace, no face.
Wow.
Well, I got a 4, a 5.
Yeah, it
None
does.
of those matter. Yep. Yep, sorry.
Yep.
Just discard all those. Someone else want to try?
Please.
You're intelligent.
Yeah, and
Or brawn plus engineering, whichever.
I mean, I don't have engineering. Like I try to do
I don't
brawn,
have
but
engineering.
I don't have engineering. I have a computer.
yeah.
Am I the only one
But you got
here
some
with
brawn up
engineering?
Yeah, I got some
Mhm.
bronze.
Well, I'll try. I'll try.
You're so successful before, you may have.
We're trying. We're trying.
Okay.
I got a queen.
Queen. Okay.
That's
That's all you need is one success.
yes.
That's
Okay.
We just burn through all my good cards
The electrical
now.
systems
Pretty
have been
much.
disabled, the main lights go out, the emergency lights go on, the force fields go down. Now the guards are angry. The guards are a crass lot of overpaid human jerks with violent tendencies. A bulky helmet obscures each of their faces but for their mouths. They say little to each other during what appears to be a tense and unfriendly game of poker. One will occasionally lean over and check in on your cell, but will be immediately mocked for doing so. After all, the force fields and cuffs do all the work.
You said the lights went out?
Yes, the lights went out.
Are the
Force
cuffs still
field went
active?
down?
The force field is down, the emergency lights, red lights
Are
are
the
on.
cuffs still active?
The cuffs are not active.
Okay.
Sweet.
So
Right.
we can take the cuffs off.
Yes, but you still don't have your unique items. You just have the
Okay.
the pipe that you found. So
Wait,
I'm only
You
pipe.
have the pipe.
I have the
Yeah.
pipe.
he has the pipe.
I
Okay.
have a pipe too.
So,
Mm.
for initiative wise, we're just going to call out highest to lowest number. 7? No, 6.
So
Six.
draw.
6. No. Just the flat number of what it is who goes first.
she's got a 4.
So anyone who has a 6,
Yep. You said they're approaching us?
they are approaching you. Yes. So it's not a matter of like walking to them. They're always within range of whatever you're doing.
Sure.
You just take an action to attack
I love
or
it.
dodge or whatever else. Yes, it's theater of the mind. No minis, no spaces, movement necessary. Just one action.
They're in the next room. That's okay. I hit them.
Well, they have to be with like visible.
Well,
Yeah.
they could be visible in the next room.
Ooh,
With the
should
door.
I use telekinesis to
let's-
trip all of them?
initiative, figure out the rest of the initiative? Or
Initiative
or,
is
That's
just
first,
whoever has the
yeah.
highest number. If you
Yeah.
have 6 and 5,
No, I have 5.
5. Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to go 6, 5, and then they'll go.
And you guys have
4, 3.
3. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it'll be for each combat.
All right. So,
Should I
Go
use
first.
I beat him with the lead pipe.
all right. Pull your. I think it's typical brawn plus melee,
All right. 8.
and depending on how many successes you get.
6, 7, 8. Ah, another joker. 4
success.
faces and 1 joker.
Okay. You managed to kill one of them,
Tell me-
but your gun.
I
Your
got both
gun.
my jokers out
Your
of the way.
gun is jammed.
Wait, he's.
How
Oh,
many-
there's the pipe.
The pipe. Oh, the pipe breaks.
Okay, that's fine. That is
yeah,
a good
a
one.
failure. It
Yeah.
The
automatically.
pipe
Yeah.
breaks. Yes.
There you go. All right,
There's your
cool.
fit. Okay. Next.
Done.
I'm going to sneak behind them.
I told him
and
I don't
stab
come.
him
I don't
with
compete
the little dagger that I managed to keep on me since I have high sneaking.
All right.
And
So you're going to be, I guess, either brawn or agility plus melee.
Agility for you, sir.
Yeah, agility plus melee.
So
Mhm.
6.
6.
Oh,
Well, actually,
like,
7. Because
yeah,
I'm
7.
I forgot to say. I other Jack.
Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, you definitely killed him. Yeah.
Okay, well I wasted that Jack then. Oh well.
Mhm.
I shouldn't have drawn it.
Jack, ace, Jack. 2 jacks and an ace.
Okay. That is, he's not quite dead.
Really?
He
Could
is
my
not
Jack
dead.
have carried over to that? And I forgot to draw. Is he unconscious?
I stuck behind him.
He is
stabbed him in
unconscious.
the
He is
Okay.
unconscious. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
There you
He's-
Alright, he's on the ground.
Yes,
I
he is
call
on-
it good.
That's what matters. Now it's their turn.
Unconscious, dead.
How many are
it's
there
not
now?
much different.
There are 3.
3 more.
3 more.
Question: Am I? So can I use telekinesis to trip all of them and make them fall onto each other?
We'll see when we get to your turn.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. This first train guard. I'm going to pull some cards finally. Yay!
So,
Hopefully, don't go after
He
me.
gets a couple of cards too.
'Cause I'm gonna trip them
Mhm,
together.
mhm.
Oh, I'm done.
So the first one is going to try to use their pistol at.
we're going to go through the deck.
Just
quite
go-
fast.
No,
Not
character
me.
name.
I'm charming. They like me.
At Dave. We'll just fire Dave.
They really, really like me.
Oh, I need to put a name.
They don't know why.
When, do any of us choose character names?
I did. Flicker.
Flicker?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Azrael.
Blackjack.
Elsie.
We got
I love
2
it.
successes here, so 2 hit points off.
Unless you want to dodge.
Unless you want to use your dodge points to reduce that. It is only the first attack, and there's 2 more of them coming.
I'll take the 2 hits.
Okay, so you mark into your hit points. Yeah.
You just like fill it in like a bar.
or just like write what you have left over, and then when it matches what your injured is or whatever, you just know.
Just
when
write
you know.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
However.
So the next one is going to shoot
What?
at.
I just killed a man.
He did. Yes. All right, John.
Yeah.
Interesting name.
Azrael, thank you.
She picked Drakelin.
Drakelin?
From my name, like a
Drakelin.
dragon. Like a Drakelin.
Okay.
It's Draco Malfoy.
That is a Queen of Hearts, so they get.
Oh no.
Yes.
They critted on me.
They 3 successes. 3 hit points down.
Okay.
So my
The third one is going to
Cards.
fire
Oh.
at.
I'm going to reduce that damage.
Reduce it?
Yeah.
the cow
By
cards
2,
say
so.
Elsie on them. That's where the name
Ah.
from.
Wait, what?
It says Elsie.
Also 3 successes.
It's okay. I'm gonna dodge it.
Dodge it all? Okay.
Yeah. I've got 7 doubles.
I
I used my workout to add more dodge.
Next is 3,
Oh.
right?
keeping track of
She's
it.
4.
Initiative. Okay, initiative 4.
Me and him are 3.
Right. Initiative 4.
So
I used telekinesis to trip all of them.
Only one of them. Pick one of them.
The one
tie their shoes together.
tie their shoes together.
All right, I'm going to
Wait,
choose.
could you tie 2 different guards' shoes together? Because then all you're doing is moving 2 shoelaces.
You can only affect, unless the ability specifically says, there's certain ones that say extra attack, you can only target one hit
But
one
it's
target.
not an attack. She's just tying laces.
You can only affect one target at a time,
You
unless
can only
whatever.
tie 1 set of 2 shoelaces at a time.
1 lace from 1 shoe, 1 lace from another shoe.
They're not
If they're
necessarily
close
standing
enough.
close enough together to do that.
But yes,
Okay.
You're right. You could do
Yeah.
that way.
But
So I'm going to say that's going to be.
I like how these guys are
The
wearing
ones
shoes.
that
shoelaces.
shooted
Nice.
those. I want to shoot one of them that shooted one of
don't point to them and say, I want to shoot one of them.
them. No,
You don't have a gun.
I want to use telekinesis on the people that did like attacks on.
She's winning.
on,
We're doing the other thing.
on the guards, right?
Yeah.
She's doing it on the
You're
guards
pointing
that
at their
attack us.
allies, not the guard.
No,
She's saying
She's
she
saying-
wants to attack one of the guards that did damage to them.
Okay, well they both did damage. All 3 of them did damage. So we'll just pick one and say.
The one that's been done
Bad guy
damage
A.
to.
Is anyone hurt?
Intelligence and telekinesis.
There you go.
And depending on how many successes you get, depends on how
So 4
Effective.
effective you are, yes.
and 4 and plus 1 for full health.
Yes.
So 9. 9 cards, girl.
If you still don't get any
Those
aces
are
or
my
faces in this, I'm going to
So
be very
my
sad.
plan is I've got 9
Yeah,
health
that sets her up really
and
well for
7
later.
dollars.
Hey.
Or 5.
Right off the
Right,
bat.
one.
Right
Yeah.
off the bat. Right off the
Eight
bat.
actually.
5.
Really?
Oh,
Like it's similar to
fail.
what you have.
Joker.
Oh,
Keep going.
But
keep going.
I have almost no
2,
dodge. Yeah.
3,
Well,
4,
'cause it'd be-
5,
it'd be-
Jack.
6.
9 plus
7.
5. And you have 12
8.
plus
Okay,
2.
stop.
That's the
No,
same
I
number.
have
Was it?
nine.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. 9.
Yeah.
So basically, when a Joker happens, I determine the bad thing that happens because of it.
Okay.
So the shoelaces are tied, but the guard falls on top of you, basically pinning you to the ground.
Well, I have athletics.
So it's like, whoa, no,
That's
no,
a lot of faces, though.
well, you got the shoes tied, but something bad has to happen because of the Joker, and it doesn't injure you. It just
Did he also drop his gun?
yes.
Okay.
So we,
There you go.
so we pick it up.
But you're going to have to use your next action to either push him off, or once it gets to his turn, he may try to hit you. He also has a shock baton as well. So
Shabaton.
Ooh.
A stick that zaps you.
Oh God.
A stun stick.
all right. So next are threes.
I work
You
on
can
that.
decide who wants to go first, but that's why the whole point of a pod.
Or they collaborate.
Yeah.
Since they both.
So basically, it goes 6-5, and they're 5, and then
Mhm.
4-3.
So if they have if they have the same number as one of us, if they always go
After.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to try to get the gun.
Do you like how it works?
Yeah.
I want to try to get the gun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's going to be agility and we'll say athletics.
Boo boo.
She wants to dash over and grab his gun.
I want to try to.
Unless you want to try something else. I mean, that's...
I want to try to grab the gun and throw the gun at him.
Again, agility and athletics.
Agility. You want?
You can choose something else. You don't... That was the idea, and that was what I...
Joker.
Joker. Oh, dear. Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Tell me I don't shoot myself with the gun.
You fumble the gun and never don't
It
actually
is
pick
said
it
I
up.
somehow walk into the other guy's
One of the
stick
unofficial
and zap
rules is
myself.
that no matter what happens, if you pull 2 jokers, you just die. Because that is so bad if you pull both your jokers in one...
Out of 54 cards, you pull
54
both at the
cards.
same
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Let's just say you fall over trying to grab it. You're just on the
Trip on
ground.
you.
Yeah.
She's prone without.
You're
a
all
gun.
just... Yeah,
Dog
yeah.
pile.
Dog pile. Yeah,
Hey! Hey
so,
now.
last but not least.
A puppy pile.
I'm a puppy.
Oh,
I'm a little Dalmatian puppy.
okay.
Bo, I look super innocent.
I'll grab the gun.
Okay. It's going to be, again, agility and athletics.
You're a little more suited.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I can draw 4.
I know why.
And I don't have
didn't
my
eat more
perfect
for
health,
dinner.
so.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it only affects you if you have less than the 2/3. Then, if you hit the injured point,
So I have.
you still have a full point until you get injured.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Mm-hmm.
got 5 draws. But
I'm not sure if I want to do
great. Joker.
Joker, you fall over too.
What did you have?
Yes.
I got a gun. I got a gun.
You
You
know
know what? No, I got a
I'm pretty sure that gun
I
just flew to
almost
the
got
ground.
a straight.
Yeah.
Joker's wild. I got a straight.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, up to the top again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's tripping over this gun. What is
Everybody pulled a Joker except
Yeah,
for me
Joker
at this
being
point.
wild.
We
I
probably
did pull
could
a
have
straight.
killed them by now, but instead,
You just tried
we're
getting this gun.
taking a nap. The
could've
lights
just
are out.
tried-
We're tired.
Could have just tried unarmed strike with melee and brawn and melee, but whatever.
Well, I think they still pulled a Joker. They wouldn't have had a problem.
Yeah. Either way.
All right.
Any which way it would have went, it
Yeah.
was going to be a.
Unless you have more points and you draw more cards, then you have a chance of getting at least a face and a Joker, and that might.
I
make
had
it
more
better, but-
points than what she had.
With the one that is landed on top of her, could I try to grab his stun baton and then hit him with it? Or would that be considered 2 actions? I do them separately.
2 actions. You're trying to take something from somebody. Yeah.
Okay.
Agility and
In that case, I'll just punch him then.
okay, brawn and melee.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Keep forgetting to do that last one because I'm
Yes.
still not injured yet.
Yes.
Not
Hey, at
injured
least you
enough.
got your Jokers out of the way.
Exactly. That's the good thing.
Oh, when you say injured, you're actually talking about the
status of, yes.
Okay, wow. Hey.
That's more
4.
friendly than I thought.
4
Yeah.
successes.
4 successes.
Although,
you kill the guard.
Even full
There's
health
2
is
guards
still
left.
Friendly, but yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna shank another one with my dagger.
All right.
It's probably agility and melee.
Agility and melee. Yes.
4.
Or brawn and melee. I mean, if you're just stabbing them and not throwing the dagger. But if agility works better for you, then
It does.
okay.
All right.
How does
Jack,
recovering from being
Queen,
prone work?
Ace. 3. So I
Um,
knocked him unconscious again, bleeding out on the ground.
I guess you just get back up. That's one whole point in terms of if you're trying to do something specific like dodging and grabbing a gun, that takes more effort. But just getting back up off of somebody, as long as he's not on top of you first, like everyone's 3. Okay.
So I get
So I
knocked
knock him
down.
unconscious
but I
Yes,
get
you knock him unconscious. Yeah.
So
And they're
really
gonna
he's
keep you down.
bleeding out.
He's bleeding
Yeah,
out.
but
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
doesn't even
Yeah,
take a
yeah,
half
yeah.
action.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So there's 1 guard left, and it is his turn.
Run
He needs to roll a
away.
Joker and fall on his own baton.
I do the Henry Cavill.
I know what you're talking about.
These are so good.
Did you have you read or heard about the story behind that? That he was just doing it for the heck of it on set, and everybody thought he was doing it like intentionally for the purpose of acting.
Yeah.
And when he stopped doing it, and they're like, "What are you doing? Do it again!" And he's like, "What are you talking about? Like
The Thing."
The Thing." And they're like,
What thing?
What thing? And then
They showed him the reels of it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, that thing.
So you've heard that story then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His
It's
interviews for
hilarious.
He manages to get out of the dog pile and run toward the door and close it behind him.
2 of them fell in the dog pile?
Well, no. The one that survived, he was stabbing the one that was on the dog pile. The one that was outside of it just ran out of the room. So technically, you're out of combat now. But you're
Okay.
basically trying to chase him down the rest of the train.
Did I beat up the one that was in the dog pile?
Yeah,
Yes.
Ha-ha.
I beat that one to death.
Darn it.
So there were
Oh.
2 in the dog pile?
I guess there were. Yeah, there's or one in the dog pile and 2 outside.
Okay. So you stabbed the one that was
Yeah.
outside.
Remember what Dr. Doolittle did on the train? I want to do that again.
No.
No.
But I'm sadly not
Stop,
Dr.
girl.
Doolittle.
No. So each of the now that there's 4 dead or unconscious guards.
Mm-hmm.
Each of them have an ESG, so an evil guy pistol, so just +1 firearm, and a shock baton.
I want shock
I'm
baton.
taking a
I want a baton.
I want shock baton.
Shock baton is +1 melee.
That's what I wanted, though.
Doesn't help me any.
Is it,
Well, I mean,
I
you
just
don't
want
have
something to hit with, but I'm already
I
maxed on
have
melee.
two.
the pistol is +1 firearms.
I'll take a pistol.
I'll take shock baton.
I'll take a pistol.
Where do we rate non-spec? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Now, does the shock baton actually like shock the enemy when you hit him?
that's the whole point of the +1 melee.
Okay.
It
Okay.
just
Is there
Gotcha.
another shock baton?
Pistol gives me.
There's 3 of them left.
fire.
No one's declared. Yeah,
I'll take a shock baton.
You might want to take one.
and there's still a gun on the ground as
You
well.
don't want a shock baton?
And I'll also take a
There's only
pistol.
4 total, or?
Yeah.
Can
There's
I
4.
have another gun?
There are 3 more guns.
I'm taking 2 guns.
I'll
No,
take a shock
I-
baton.
Well,
You
we
can only
don't,
use one at a
we
time.
don't have our initial.
Yeah,
we don't
I'm
have our initial weapon.
Because
Yes.
you have
Yeah.
1 action to shoot 1 gun.
I want a
One
gun
time.
and a stun.
There you go, yeah.
Okay, I'm taking
Otherwise,
a
you don't have the actual things I said you started out with because they were confiscated.
Okay. So
All 4 of you, just take a gun, take a shock baton. I'll use my fists. Go on.
No, you can.
You're more
like,
useful with those kind of
one-
things
Yeah.
than they
You're
are.
more useful.
Oh,
There's
yeah, 'cause
one
it doesn't
shock baton
benefit you.
left.
That's the thing.
if you're a full
Firearm
melee-
benefits me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what he's saying is he's got full melee. So having
I
a
do
+1
too.
on the you do too. Okay. So having +1 on the shock baton doesn't benefit
Yeah,
him
that's
at all.
why I was
Right,
like,
right,
I'll take
everyone
a
up, yeah.
pistol.
Yeah.
So I took a shock baton and
I'll say I take it just so I can say I use it.
I guess I'll take a pistol.
Sure.
I have like nothing in firearms.
Who's taking what?
Yeah.
What's been taken?
We can all take one of each.
Yeah.
Right?
And he'll go without right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
A light snoring floats from the opposite cell. Your neighbor's cell is much smaller than the one you shared, but it appears equally gross. You can't see the face of your fellow prisoner as a contraband cowboyish hat obscures your view. You notice 2 goat-like hooves at the end of the prisoner's long yellow pant legs.
Is he a centaur?
A satyr.
So you're going to need a charm plus empathy or persuasion
Hmm.
To do what?
to
Convince him to give me that awesome hat.
convince.
Him to give me the awesome hat.
You can try.
Get a story.
Get a story, get him to help you.
My big
Convince him
floppy
to give us
ears,
a
they're
way
just
out.
so cold and because they're so
Okay,
far
just
from
pull
me.
it.
Okay, so
Charm plus empathy or charm plus persuasion.
how about lying and persuasion?
This is satisfying.
It has to be charm.
Okay. It's the same difference.
Of course. Why would you even?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
And then one for health.
7,
And 1 for health.
8,
Yes.
9.
And don't get any jokers.
2, 2, 6, 10, 3, 3, 7, 8, 4. I don't.
Nothing.
Nothing. Wow.
I used everything that first lie.
Anybody else charismatic?
Nope. No persuasion, no charisma.
You notice a name tag on the suit that says Chauncey. It appears to be a female satyr.
Ah. Her.
She is still just
I don't have it.
pretending to be asleep.
Okay.
And since you did nothing, at this point, that's actually the end of the mission. How many? It's only 7:22. So
Can I try to use charm, which I only have 1 in, obviously, and telepathy
All right.
the hat
Charm
off of her and put it on me?
That'd be telekinesis.
Yeah.
Do you want her to use telekinesis to lift the hat?
Can you try to lift the hat and put it on my head?
I don't know how.
Agility and
Say you
telekinesis.
do it. Telekinesis for...
Agility and telekinesis.
But will it through the barrier?
The barrier.
No, it's all closed. They're all
No.
off. No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll do
Telekinesis
that for
and agility. So
Mhm.
4, 5, 6, 7. You get to pull 7 cards.
Plus 1 for your health.
That's
So,
7.
okay. I always have to mention that in case you.
3, 4, 5,
Hey, we got a face!
7.
No, just 7, right?
Just 7.
A
Yeah.
list to go
But
with
we got
this.
one.
The hat lifts off and just plops to the ground, but she's. She couldn't put it on your head, but she get it off of hers.
Okay.
Oh, I'm wearing it.
Is it
Okay.
gonna watch the-
I used my charm and telepathy to try to speak to her
Doesn't matter.
telepathically,
No
Okay.
one's down there.
saying, get out of here.
Not much longer.
No successes. All right. I didn't look at it until
No. Well,
yeah.
nothing happens. So she's
Yeah.
just ignoring you
Harsh.
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop the wing.
So the idea is, if your party is coordinated and lucky, they might escape their cells and knock out a guard or two. From there, they should have to figure out their priorities. Should you get free the other prisoners? Find a way to get off the train?
Do we know why we're prisoners?
Because the evil space government just captures whoever they want.
Oh, okay. So
We looked at someone
these other
funny.
prisoners are very likely innocent then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not.
So nobody bothered
Probably
to try to
deserve
wake
to
her
be
up? Or...
Well, she is just like pretending to be asleep and just ignoring you because she thinks that you guys haven't impressed her.
Battered.
Even though I'm a satyr too.
You know. In any case, there is
I ought to
another.
hit her with a shock spoon. That'll wake her up.
You want to attack her?
Do it!
No, just poke
Do
her.
it! Just do
There
it.
are stats if you want to attack
Oh
her.
my god, do it! Just.
If she wants to ignore you, you can just which agility?
I'm an abrasive geek. What the
I
heck?
can
gonna
try.
zap her.
Should I persuade? If you don't get up like now, this guy's about to zap you.
I think you already tried doing stuff and
Yeah,
that didn't
you
work
did.
out. You already tried, yeah. So if
Did
you just
I?
want to shoot her,
But
go
she was
ahead.
asking for the hat before.
I'm not going to shoot her. I'm going to hit her with the
Hit her. Okay.
stun stick.
All right, brawn and melee.
6.
+1.
Plus health
Plus
for your
one.
health, yeah.
Face.
Oh, queen.
It's not the right queen.
No. So
2 successes.
she's hurting. But I'd say
React?
she's gonna fight back, yeah. That's,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, at least something's there for us to.
Are we all in
Beat
combat
him.
or just him?
Just him.
Okay.
Satyr on
And
satyr
nothing
action.
happens.
That sounds.
If anybody else wants to join in, you'll just go into your normal initiative. Otherwise, it's just one-on-one right now.
Do you want me to
Is there any
interfere?
snacks? Like, just sit back.
The guards had a poker table with some snacks on it.
Oh my
yeah.
god, I'm gonna like go chill on the. I'm gonna
But now we got her away.
take the cards.
She's awake and she's angry, yes.
Can I take the cards?
Yeah.
Their cards. I'm gonna
Their
steal their
card.
cards and their snacks.
Okay, so you're
Okay.
going to play Space Kings inside of Space Kings and...
Hey, you gotta give her the deck of cards.
Cards.
There you go. Tupperware cards. Armani
Right,
works
because you were
Tupperware.
using the guards as cards, so you gotta give her the guards as cards.
No. They weren't using those cards to do their actions inside the game. But if you want to be like a
And I'm sitting on the table too. Like I just climb up on the table. I'm like, ooh,
all right.
Why can't
So
we play in stuff?
I'm just going to look at her now. So now you're awake. Now, how do we get out of here?
you don't. It's a moving train.
How do we stop it?
How do
You
we
stop at the prison. It's just a place to move us to another prison.
What if we like play with the wires in the wall?
What are you in for? What are you in for?
What everyone's in for. Hating the evil space government.
Why do you hate them?
Everyone does. Well, except for people in the evil space government.
I
so
hate the
simple.
Can I go start like crossing wires in the door, in the panel? I want to see what happens. Like, can I like mess
Like
this
Among
train
Us.
up or
Like
start a
Among
fire
Us
to make
does.
them stop the train?
Let's do
If I cross enough wires, maybe an
Well,
electrical
get to the
fire might
control
start.
room. We get to the control room.
wit and engineering.
Go.
Wit and engineering.
Wait, 1, 2, health, nothing for engineering. I got nothing.
Nothing happens.
Someone needs to start a fire. Can the
You're
baton
okay,
start a
right?
fire?
Yeah.
With
just
my
like-
computer
no,
skills.
no engineering though.
Can the zappy
And/or
baton start
piloting.
fires?
Shouldn't I be able to?
Fine.
Well,
we
you're
gotta
not-
get to the control
we're
room.
not. We're just.
You're not in a
the
control room. You're
prison
just in a
cell.
prison cell. Yeah.
That's true.
In a train.
hmm
We got to get to.
What about
to
the electric
control room.
current from the baton? Could that set a fire if like paper?
Like a playing card?
Yeah.
It only electrifies skin.
So much struggle. So much struggle.
So the robot can touch it then, because it won't hurt her apparently.
It'll still do normal bludgeoning damage, but in terms
Okay.
of having an electrifying effect,
Can I look for a map of this place, or at least directions, like where?
The
All
door
right.
that got closed, was it locked?
intelligence and survival to find a map.
None of us
Okay.
asked this. He closed the door behind him, but he
Intelligence.
did he?
And
Okay.
survival.
Nobody tested it.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to try to open the door?
After he does his.
What did you get?
What's that?
One success.
One success.
On 2 cards.
You find a map of just a panel. One of the display panels has a map of the like 2 cars behind you and 2 cars ahead of you.
What was
They're
that?
all prisoner cars.
Okay.
Okay.
It was survival and what?
Intelligence and survival.
Survival and intelligence.
So the door.
Yes,
Testing.
it's locked.
He's searching for another map.
An ace, a jack, and a queen.
All
Queen
right.
of clubs.
You find out that the it is 6 cars ahead of you is where the actual control car is.
And we know which direction ahead of you is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Behind, ahead.
Just making sure.
Yes.
Because if we just wake up in a prison cell, we don't know which way is ahead.
Like
Behind.
what kind of lock? Would I like take a card and like try to shimmy the lock? You know, because that works with some kinds of locks. Like a card would.
Well, we know the door opened.
Yeah. Well, it's locked now. I just tried it.
Did any of the other security cards have it? Only one of these
Is
security
it-
guards
wait.
that ran away had the key?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a key lock?
It is a card key, yes.
Card key. What if we shove one of the shock batons
Try to
into the control pad and
Do
short
a
it
brawn
out?
melee.
prawn melee.
You're just
on
trying to smash the door open, yeah.
Oh,
Well, I'm saying.
Well,
shock-
I think that's still
shock
I think he
the-
means like if it's a card thing, isn't it like an electronic reader?
engineering
It is an
involved, maybe?
e-card.
Yeah.
In
I'm
movies,
saying-
that always works when you electrify it. It's a boom, like in
Or you
unlocks.
shoot the control panel.
Or you're just
Yeah.
trying to bash it so
I've
that
already
You
it
done
shoot
doesn't...
the control. I mean,
Yeah.
you disengage the.
Thwack!
Go for it.
Okay. He's
Sure.
pulling already. He's
Beat
doing
it.
it.
1, 2. 2 successes.
You managed to disable the lock and open the door.
Huzzah.
Sweet.
Sally
You've
forth.
drawn that many cards already?
Can I get?
I'm only doing
He's
brawn
doing
and-
brawn.
Six ahead,
He's
right?
like going through
Yes.
the deck like.
Is there a hallway and a way to like get out of the car? Like go up. I want to do the movie thing. I wanna
And there's
be
no
on
negative
top of
drawback
the
to
train.
pulling in so many cards. So
let's
you know,
see.
reshuffle
Think,
whatever.
We're in
So.
space.
Agility athletics.
Wait,
Aren't we in space?
It's a train.
No,
How
it's
can
a
it just-
train on a planet.
Oh, I thought we were.
It's called Space Kings.
It's called
We
Space
assume
Kings, but it doesn't,
Yes.
it doesn't necessarily
I
have to
thought
be.
we were in
Yeah.
a
We're in a
spaceship
train. A spaceship train.
Hey, they did on Doctor Who. Why
There's
not?
some strange rails running from one galaxy.
Well, no, he doesn't have to.
Okay. What am I? Agility?
Agility and athletics.
Well, is it
You also
train-
notice
is
that
it
this
train
room is
defined
the
by the fact
storage
that it runs
room.
on
There are
wheels, or
several
the fact there's several
foot
cars
lockers,
connected?
each locked, potentially with your
it's
equipment in
several
them.
pieces.
Yeah.
Like wagon, train, several pieces. Train is just several pieces
I never
together.
do
So if you had
anything.
several cars
Okay.
connected, flying through
The-
space,
the door
it's
ahead
still
is
a
also
train, even
closed
if it's
and
on a
locked.
trail or rails.
Yeah, I no face cards.
That's how my brain
You know you had no
is.
face cards now?
No, I said no face cards. Like I didn't.
Oh, you
know.
didn't do anything at the time. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you were like,
I only drew 2 cards.
okay.
Yeah, it was pathetic.
All right. So you have multiple options. You could try to unlock the foot lockers to get your useful items back that you chose at the beginning of the session.
Okay.
That's going to be either brawn and melee to just bash them open, with the potential of breaking them if you pull a joker.
Okay, somebody else try something first.
I want to do it.
Or-
Wait a minute. They're locked,
Or-
right?
Yes.
What type of lock?
Just a key lock.
Or
So we can
Or the
shoot
other
the
options.
lock?
Well, I mean,
It's still
And risk
we're still
breaking.
chance.
there's still a chance of damaging what's inside.
so how do we pick the lock then?
Okay,
Picking
you
up
said
would be.
Paperclip.
We
Brawn
were
and
trying to
melee?
decide this earlier, but it's like agility and engineering.
3,
I would have thought wit and sneaking.
1.
Just saying.
Wit and sneaking, that'll work too. Fine. You can roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got nothing that could
4.
really be damaged.
I'm trying to use a baton. On,
Well, I got wit and sneaking, and I can do that.
but there's multiple lockers.
Is they all open one at once?
No, it's one at a time.
Oh, one at a time. Okay.
Okay. I got 1 success.
Where am I still lying down?
I don't know. I have 1 success.
All right. It's open. You find John's character stuff in it.
My Eye of Truth.
Alright. I'm
Thank
going
you.
to pick the next one with my wit and sneaking.
Ah,
I got a
yes.
king,
What you doing?
a joker, a
It's
jack.
mine.
You wouldn't mind.
So 2 faces
It's
and a
not
joker.
on it. It was just
It is
Okay.
actually. It's glowing right there.
Oh. Pretty sure that's how you spell Elsie.
You open it,
That's
but there's nothing
real.
inside.
It's written in Celestial. You would understand.
Okay. I'll open the next one.
Don't tell me they got
5,
one
6,
magic
7,
bit.
8.
Don't get them mixed, babe.
No,
Which
no.
one's your discard?
Ace, queen, and king.
All right. You open one and you find Dave's stuff.
Okay.
There you go, Dave.
Are you
Can I
gonna
just
try to
keep
help
going?
open these? We're at lockers and our stuff that we picked is in it.
Probably got a joker in it.
One,
Oh, queen of hearts. That's it. Just
Right.
queen of hearts.
So how much is that worth for you? Critical?
2.
2. You managed to open another one. You find your own stuff in it.
Yay!
I'll try to
So if I don't
open
have enough
one.
cards, which
Once you
do.
you reshuffle everything.
Reshuffle.
so
Take all of your cards and reshuffle them together, and then
okay,
Yeah.
so I don't have enough.
well pull what you have,
Okay,
and then shuffle the discard and pull left over,
forgot
and then
to write
shuffle
down
everything.
there's a
Yeah.
joker in
Baton.
this.
You can
Yes.
just try to whap it with
Still
the
roll.
baton.
Okay.
Yes.
Still
Oh,
shuffle.
you do? Okay, I see.
Although I'm gonna shuffle
Think
this and then have
that's
to reshuffle
Brawn
again.
and
Every day I'm
melee. Plus
No, I
the
don't
one
have
for
to,
your
no.
health.
Because
No,
what you have now
no,
is your
you just-
new
Yeah,
Yeah,
discard.
what you have now is
Cards
your
to draw.
is your final hand. Yeah.
And your final
So
I
discard.
tried to open up one of them.
Just
And
gonna
keys.
baton one.
Okay. You're gonna baton one.
Yeah. So 1, 2.
There's still one more left after the
3,
one he's opening.
4. You got 5 to draw.
One.
He's trying to open, but he knows there's a joker in there, so.
There's 1
3.
success.
Four.
I'm pretty sure I've got at least a fail.
No! And a fail.
But I got a
But
king.
I wasn't counting.
Yeah. You bust it open, but there's nothing inside.
Joker
Okay,
and
let's
king.
try again. I'm trying again.
Hold on, but it was the last one.
Dave, he got a joker and a king.
Joker and a king. You bust it open, but there's nothing inside. So they may have taken the things that were left over.
So my
Okay, I'm
stuff
gonna
is
try
gone.
Gone.
again.
Yes.
I'm trying again. One.
But I got one open.
Yeah.
Mr. David, I'm trying again. And I remember.
There are
There's
none
no
left.
more.
There are none left.
So you're
You can either try to
really
unlock the next door or open the hatch to the top.
So she didn't get hers either, right?
No.
We failed.
Unless
Well,
it's
no,
like
it
the
wasn't a
next
complete
door.
fail.
You may end up with them because they might be in the.
Yeah.
If we go to the next car, they might be another set of
Oh,
spots.
so
Well, one of the
she
guards might be
erased
holding
them?
him.
Or maybe
Well,
Or one of the
I
guards.
mean, this is just the one session. If
yeah.
we
loot something
I'm not
from
worried
we
there.
about
play with different
erasing
things
them.
and different characters and have a whole. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they loot something else.
Can
from
I
it.
try to shoot
Well,
the
he's
lock
got his
out of
gun
this
back.
next door?
I've
Sure.
now got 2
That's-
guns.
so-
I can.
I use
Well,
firearms
she's got weapons
and
too, so.
Can you have more than
Oh,
4 useful items?
agility and firearms. Yes.
Can you have more than the 4 useful items?
No.
No. Okay.
You can only have up to 4.
2 success.
Okay, you shoot it open. The door opens and you realize that the rest of the train carts have been separated from the forward ones. The carts you're on are just slowing down on momentum, while the rest of the train is just moving on without you.
Can I jump off the train?
There's no point in doing that at the moment.
Why not?
It's going to stop here eventually.
It's going to stop.
It is rolling
And
to a
also,
stop.
you'd
yeah.
be jumping in front of it as it's going to go forward, and you
No,
get run
off
over.
the side. I'm not
You can do that, too.
foolish. Who
You
jumps
don't run
in front
in a
of
straight line
train?
in front of
We
you.
have no reason to jump.
Plenty of people in movies.
We
that's
have
for
no
sure.
reason to jump off at the moment.
If you draw a Joker.
Your pant leg got caught and you got rid of it.
My-
Maybe 2 jokers, sorry.
My philosophy on this, okay, is there are guards. I figure the front of the train's going to realize at some point, and maybe
Yeah, we're going to have to get off, yes. But
But it may have been the guards
They'll
that.
give us a head
It probably
start.
was the guards.
Detached to the
that-
train, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is a good point. The one went running away, and he wasn't on this one anymore.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Either way,
Okay,
we can
fine.
wait till we
I'll just-
stop to jump out because they're not going to stop and then reverse
Is
in
there
the same amount of
is
time.
there a break?
It's just eventually going to slow to a stop because there's no forward momentum.
I
from
know.
the-
I mean, just on this cart, like, because usually
each
cars
one has a
start
handbrake.
trying-
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
want to just
yeah,
suddenly
yeah.
jolt it to a stop. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but how many cars behind us that aren't braking are gonna
Slowly.
ram
Bump,
into
bump, bump,
us?
bump, bump. Yeah, just slightly.
Slowly.
Yeah. So like-
Take your
yeah.
breaks.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Unrelated. Dodge refreshes when? It would have already refreshed?
Outside of combat. So
we've already refreshed from
yes,
where we
you've
were.
already refreshed your max dodge when you're outside of combat.
Okay.
Stop playing with it. You make your hands all sticky. My squirrel lost an eyeball.
So as you look outside, it is rather cold. There are woods to the left of you and a cliff to the right side. So the tracks are going along, and there's just a steep drop on the right.
Gee, I'm sure glad I got this hat to keep my head warm. Oh yeah.
Well, I guess
Go into the woods.
going into the woods.
I go back in the cart though, where the angry sailor lady is now. And it's like, hey, the train stopped. You want to join us?
I think I'll wait here.
All right, your death. Is there anything the other direction? Or were we last train and
Oh, there were just potentially more prisoners,
Okay.
but each of those doors would have been locked anyway. So
We're
Okay.
actually having pretty good luck on locking things. Except for lockers.
all right. So a lot of that stuff I just made up on the spot because it doesn't really give me any other information to go on. This is just an introduction as to how the system works and what kind of things you can do. Let's get some feedback on that, I guess. How did everyone feel about Space Kings?
I feel like it's better for role playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it offers more flexibility, or it's less rigid in its combat and
Mhm.
your actions. I feel like you're going to have to carry the story a lot more.
A lot more, yes,
Yeah.
but I think it could go in a lot of different places too.
You have more flexibility with the because of the jokers and
Mhm.
you're not graded on whether you succeed or fail. It's the amount of success
Mm-hmm.
that gives you more flexibility to kind of play with the story or play with the results of our actions, which kind of gives a bit more. I don't know. It just feels more fluid, less rigid in the system as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Using the cards is very interesting. On one hand, I like it because it's very simple. On the other hand, I feel like it's very tedious to pull, 7, 8, 9 cards
Mhm,
at a time, and then you
yeah.
have to sift through them. I mean, finding the right die and rolling it's not necessarily easy either, or
Right.
fast.
Especially picking up a
You know.
D4.
Yeah.
But I feel like rolling a dice just feels a bit more natural than pulling out, you know, a bunch
For
of
an
cards.
RPG,
and,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
it feels a little bit clunky.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really a
I
minor
like the
thing.
cards a lot.
I like what the
I like the randomness of the cards.
yeah,
Mhm.
I like what the cards represent and
But
how
also
they're
the
used.
certainty of it. The certainty of it. You know what kind of cards
I
are in
like
there.
the
And
statistics.
eventually you'll
though.
get through them all.
The odds of you succeeding.
I love the fact that I just started out like blowing my chances of success for the rest of the game.
Immediately.
Well,
awesome
that
idea.
happened.
Yeah.
I did this really awesome thing once.
That's a good point.
You lied about a pipe.
It seemed
Because you don't get that with a dice game. You don't.
it
It's
felt-
always
yeah.
equal chances.
You with this many cards. Now, granted, you could roll and pull, you know, through 2 or 3 cards for an action, and other times you're going to pull a lot of cards. But it felt like, with just this one session, it was more stable. Like
Mhm.
we were failing, but we were mostly succeeding, and even when we were failing, we weren't like didn't hurt as much. It wasn't as rough, as terrible.
Yeah.
But again, it like you can't go very long without having success, I
Mhm.
guess. Whereas when you're rolling the die in like D&D, you can get, you know, a 2 on a D20 several times in a row, or just low enough and you actually not hit and not hit and not hit, and it just feels crushing at times. Here, you can't go very long without succeeding, at least in some amount.
Because there's a YouTube channel called Continue with their 3 guys that play a lot of video games on YouTube.
Mhm.
They have the same concept, but a podcast called Pretend Friends, where they got together with the creator of this game and basically were the first ones to introduce it over like 2 or 3 seasons worth of characters, story arcs, elements. Unfortunately, it has a lot of explicit language in it. They curse quite a bit and stuff, and have like raunchy, difficult topics. But in general, the style of the game.
To really strum it up, though, I mean, I like the thing, but what might make it even a little more interesting is if you had a deck shuffler, like you would use at a casino,
Mm-hmm.
where you could put several decks in it and mix them up, and then go.
We could even all pull from the same one whole.
You can have a,
that would be-
5 deck. you can
One
have a
deck
5
sits in the
deck-
middle,
Yeah.
and we all Uno
Now,
style.
the moment you do
And-
that, though, you do introduce more variance.
No.
Higher lows or lower
I-
lows and higher highs. But you're right, that would offer some interesting opportunities.
Where'd everyone go?
There's no saying
And
you
it's
have to do it this
quick
way.
too, because that'll when you want to reshuffle.
Your daughter
for the
disappeared.
thing.
She's walking home. I think.
Other than the fact
But-
that
She's
you'd have
walking
to,
home.
Yeah.
you would need to be closer together,
Great.
like on an
Very
actual
cool, then.
table then,
There
where you
she
could all
is.
easily grab from the deck. But again, I think maybe that's one of the problems is that you have to pull,
Or-
like pulling cards. You
The
kinda
other
have
thing
to
is
do
they do
one at a
have
time.
Yeah.
They do have a 3 deck thing. If you had a couple of them, then you could do that way.
Wait, that's
I mean,
But it's I mean,
With a group of 5 people, we could easily do three decks, shuffle them all together, have them in the center. If we weren't so spread out, obviously this table
Yes.
space is not great.
well,
and
no,
then you
we
just
could
pull.
just move it.
Yeah,
like this.
I think
But-
for this setup, our own decks is fine. But I
Yeah.
think if you want to
But
do
I'm-
it just
I'm
at
just
a
saying-
kitchen table, yeah,
I love my
but I'm just
own.
saying though to throw a variance
Yeah.
into it.
yeah.
You know, I mean, because I mean,
Wait, it actually works as.
because you can still put the jokers in
And
the
the
whole
numbers are
9
wrong,
yards.
Like an optional rule almost at that point. But a deck shuffler would be
Do you want
nice
to
for
toss it
yourself being able to just quickly
Thank you.
shuffle it. Obviously, we weren't drawing cards and shuffling cards was not the time limiter that we had. You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
the biggest impedance to our
Right,
time.
right.
No.
It definitely
but it
combat is
could
a lot faster. Things happen a lot faster.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite part, honestly, is the varied success amount, so that you can have some level of success, but not have it not be very beneficial. Like in D&D, if I go to pick a lock, I might pick a lock and there's nothing in there, but I had to get a full success. Whereas in this game, it's like, well,
Just
you got a
roll with
19, the equivalent of what we might call a 19 in D&D. You open the lock, but you didn't get anything. As opposed to D&D, where it's like 19, and you still fail.
Yeah.
It feels like it's a bit more flexible.
Mhm.
But again, that does rely more on
Yes.
the host to be able to be flexible, which you are pretty good at.
Yeah.
So that's not a big deal, I don't think, for the most part. But for some, I guess though, to be a decent DM of any sort, you had to be flexible anyway. So.
Oh yeah. For any
I don't
game, really.
know that if you can do be a regular DM for D&D, then being a host for this would be hard.
You
Right.
dropped us.
No, I like it.
All right. So, do you think you want to stick with these characters or try different ones? Like
I like this
if we
character,
can't
actually.
if we can't all meet
I kind of like
for
this character.
okay, if we can't all
I
meet
don't like
for
this
our Descent into Avernus game, we would want to have this an opportunity.
I
put
really
something
like
together.
this.
I'd like to
game.
explore this.
I like the
more.
Yeah.
freedom of action.
I don't like
Um,
my character.
We could get you a new one.
Yeah.
What I like about it is the
random
freedom
We'll
of
just kick the
action
robot off the
because
edge of the cliff and bye.
unlike like the set
But I can
actions,
breathe
the
in
set
space.
spells, like you can really just be like, I want to do this. What do I pull? Like
We would basically be starting over with like new. The whole point is none of your characters ever level up. The only way you get new things is by swapping out unique items, which give you bonuses to individual things. So if you want something, you either buy it or find it, and that's how you get different skills. Otherwise, your skills stay the same the entire game.
I'm okay with it being about the adventure, not about the numbers going up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I like leveling up.
Yeah.
That's my
I was
favorite
gonna
part
say the
of video
numbers are a
games.
thing for you.
But you already have
Yeah.
enough points from
But,
the start.
Yeah, they're
You don't really feel like, as long as you're specialized in something. Yeah.
If you have enough players and you're able to distribute the necessities, so like, okay,
Yeah.
me going
Yes.
with firearms and melee and brawn, okay, yeah, I'm here to kill things. But it's okay. Well, I need somebody else to be smart. You need somebody else to be sneaky. Somebody else to be persuasive.
I would say that with just 5 people, and we didn't try super hard to cover each other, but we just tried to make sure we relatively covered the bases.
Right.
We weren't hurting. I mean, there's a couple times where we're like nobody was very good at something, but I mean, you've got 20 different skills.
Right.
Eventually you're going to come across that.
Having a
situation.
mastery guaranteed to 2 of them, and if you have enough intelligence points, you can at least get proficient. You know?
Yeah. I would say that leveling up doesn't really feel necessary, as long as. Well, I shouldn't say as long as. I feel like
There are higher end
long
items
term,
that do
yeah.
more. Yeah, you can
You've
find
gotta
later.
have,
Yeah.
I feel like you would for a goal
Mhm.
beyond just getting through, getting to safety or
Yeah.
defeating the evil empire or government, whatever. One of the goals in games, RPG type games, is often in bettering your character, and part of that would be through equipment and skills and whatnot. So if you're saying that there are advanced items in the game later on,
Yeah.
way beyond what we started with, or
Yes.
potentially way beyond, then I would say that would be more than sufficient, certainly.
Yeah.
But I mean, even early game, we pick up a baton plus 1 to melee. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. There are also not just ultimate skills, but ultimate attributes. If you have a full set of attributes, there's also an ultimate attribute thing that goes along with that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You didn't
I just
mention that.
I just gave you for the skills because you're only allowed to 2 at a time.
Okay.
But to simplify it, I was like, just pick the ones for the skills. But the ones for the attributes, for example.
Oh, brawn.
I got agility.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's see. Not that. Ultimates. Here we go. Brawn is I feel fine. You never fall unconscious due to damage until you can be declared dead.
All right.
Nice.
That could be a good one, yeah.
For agility, it's Speed Demon. When you take your first action in combat, flip 2 additional cards.
There we go.
She's
First-
complete.
Okay.
That's first
With the
action
hat.
of
With her
combat.
cowboy hat.
First
yeah.
action in
The little
combat.
cowboy
Yeah.
hat on.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. I really,
For intelligence 4 is eclectic. When you use a skill in which you have a practice or mastery for the first time in a session, you may flip an additional card. So you have to decide, because you only have 2 ultimates, whether they're both from skills, whether you put enough points for both of them to be in attributes, or 1 of each, or just.
I definitely like agility better than skulk. That's for certain.
I absolutely love this deck, and I love that the kings and queens have cow faces on
We
them.
bought the PDF of it for $20, and I printed out 2-page a version of it, so I wouldn't have to get the.
Did you get the new printer for, or you
No,
still
same
use
printer,
it?
and
Oh,
does
okay.
manually flip the pages over the right side. So, if you want the PDF, I can send it to you.
Nah, I'm good.
Otherwise, you want to stop the stream, I guess, if we're pulling it. Do you think Matt and Kristen
got it?
like
Okay,
this?
cool.
I think Kristen would. This is much more flexible.
All right. Until next time. So long. Bye bye.
Happy gaming.
Happy gaming.